What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? Y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. What's up, Billy? What? What Jeremy talking about? Billing before the rain. Nah, you got to get back up in there, man. Rain don't excuse you. Get back up in there. They need you. Y'all hit the like button when y'all show up, man. We gonna get to it in a minute. Let me finish up some stuff right here. Ain't no doubt. You already know you gotta stay in shape, man. You don't stay in shape, guess what? You gonna have to go see some people. Oh, what's my boy Jeremy say? Belling some hay. Well, you better than me, man. I ain't belling no hay, man. Now, if I lived in the country, it'll all be good. But I ain't in the country right now. So ain't nobody gonna bale the hay for you, so you got to bale the hay. Take care of your business. Yeah. Because when you retire, that's gonna be your life after you finish putting that work in for that Texas Department of Criminal Justice, man. And that's for real. But somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the like button when you come in, man. Man, I told you let them post durs make it, man. Y'all hit the like button when y'all come in, man. We gonna get to it in a minute. I got a few things I gotta do right here, and we gonna get right to it. But for those that's in here, hit the like button so we can make sure everything go according to plan. Y'all already know when I come in, some people gonna agree with the situation and some people not. But like we always say, it's different strokes for different folks, right? As long as we all on one accord, we can agree to disagree. That's what makes the world go around. But if you hear by way of live feed, hit the like button so we can have a discussion, because some people feel like Quamarvious in the YSL trial shouldn't have pleaded out. But like I said, we all got choices in this world. And we have to choose in our situation what's best for us, right? But I understand when most people ain't never been through a situation, it's easy for them to say because they're on the outside looking in. Always remember that. Your situation will always be talked about by somebody else that ain't never been in your situation. It's like a person having money their whole life and they ain't never been broke. They don't even know what it feel like to be broke. And vice versa. The person that's been broke don't know what it feel like to have a bunch of money. However, that's what makes the world go round. Some people have it, some people don't. Some people get in trouble, some people don't. Trump just had to piss on people. Hey man, listen. Remember this, man. I don't care. Listen to what I'm finna tell you. Check this out. It's a true saying. Wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. Now y'all add the rest to that. Add the rest of it to what I just said. Wherever you go, there you are. Simple as that. Speaking on choices, do you think Diddy picked the same unscented baby oil? I don't know. Well, we will say this, right? Puff Daddy, wherever you go, there you are. Simple as that, man. It don't matter if you're a billionaire. If you was a freak when you was broke, when you reach your status as billionaire, you still gonna be the same thing. If you was a crackhead then, you gonna be a crackhead later. It's just all a matter of time for all those bad habits show back up, right? But once again, we all got choices. The choice you make in your life is the choice you make. Simple as that. Can't nobody do nothing about your choices. The only person can do the choices is you. Crazy, that hard to get out of, but well, ain't no doubt. But once again, it's all choices, Billy. We live in a society where choices are being made every day. Some choices are good, some choices are bad. But nevertheless, it's the choice that you chose. And no matter what people or how people voice their opinion on the choices you make, that is your choice that you made in life. Only you got to live with that. So to hell with anybody else or what they think about your choices in life, you got one life to live, and only you gonna have to live with that. So if you make a bad choice in life, man up or woman up and face that. Face whatever choice you make in life. That's for real. It's all good. See, that's what I'm saying. People got, it's just like you said, people got a choice to hit the like button or not. It's nothing you can do about somebody hitting the like button or somebody not hitting the like button. It ain't gonna stop nobody from coming on and they spiel, because it's everything that's coming online, right? It's all opinion based, and we just having a conversation, man. It's kind of like, hey, man, I'm gonna go on here because somebody might be having a bad day, and me coming on here might brighten their day up. So I can't make nobody hit the like button. Those are choices that people have to make on their own, right? Yeah, they got to make them kind of choices, man. It ain't nothing you can do about that. You can't even make nobody come in here. It's the choices that people choose, right? And it's a lot of things going on in society today. What's up, Sam? It's all good on my end. Like I said, man, it's enough situations and enough things going on nowadays where people can go other places. People can go other places and watch other people. That's the choices you make in life. You can't force nobody to come to your platform and listen. It's the choices people make, right? But the choice is the person that's on the platform. Are you gonna go on or are you not gonna go on? It's the same with me. I had a choice to come on here. I got a whole lot of stuff to do, right? But I say, you know what? I can multitask. I can do both of them. I can do this work right here, and I can do this, right? We got choices, man. That's what's so good about being free. That's why I tell people, keep your freedom. What's good, what's good? That's all good on my end, man. It's all good on my end. I'm multitasking today, as I always do, but people don't see that, right? I got you right here, and I'm working right here. I'm doing two things at one time, and I know everybody can't do that, because sometimes people can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. They have to focus on one thing. And we understand that, and that's real talk. That's why I said it's choices people have to make in that YSL trial. Right? And we seen a person make a choice the other day for the good of him and his family. He chose to plea for the time that he pleaded for, because in his mind, he said, man, enough is enough. I already been in here 2.5 years. Enough is enough, man. If y'all bring me something that I feel like I can do, I'm gonna go ahead and sign for it, right? And he signed for 20 years. 2.5 on it, 7 years incarcerated, and he do the rest on paper. That's the choice he made, right? Yeah, you know, YSL got this, like I said, it's choices, man. You know, them guys in that situation, they gonna have to make a choice, man. You know, some of them not gonna plead. Some of them gonna go to court, and they rather live with the consequences of them going to court, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Because the minute you plead, you're gonna get some time, and you're gonna have to do the remaining time on your plea, incarcerated, and you're gonna have to be on paper when you get out. So it's a roll of the dice, man. It's a roll of the dice. But Quamarvious said, you know what, man? I don't want to roll the dice. I don't want to roll the dice. And if you really look at it, you know, some people say, well, he got a good deal. When people say that, you know what I look at? People say that from the aspects of him getting the 20 years versus the time that he was up against, right? Well, most of the time they come from people that ain't never been incarcerated, right? I don't care if you do 1 day in prison. That's too long. Shit, that's too long. However, if the time that you was up against is less than the time that you got, well, I guess in certain people's mind, that's a win, right? That's a win, that you can walk away and do lesser time that they was gonna give you, right? That's a win in some people's mind. But I do understand this. So what I think about the Dirk situation is, well, the thing about the Dirk situation is here, man. And, you know, it's a lot of people upset about the Dirk situation, right? And how it played out. But people got to understand, ain't no loyalty in those streets no more, man. That's over with. The street code and all that is over with, right? Because people that sit next to you are the people that sometimes are envy of you. And they take your situation for granted. And the thing about that, man, as long as you giving people what they want in life, people will agree with you. Simple as that. But you never ever know the hidden agenda of people, right? Because we live in a world, man, to where people is from a mental standpoint is so screwed up, man. They can be mad at you for the smallest thing and you wouldn't even know it. You know, you wouldn't even know it. Because check this out, right? You got people in prison right now. And I know a bunch of them. I know a bunch of guys that are doing some real time. They in prison right now. And people are mad at the people in their family. As on this live right now, that's as sure as we on this live right now, you got people that are in prison mad at their family because they won't send them no money. And that's real. But the person that's doing time not looking at the fact that, hey, man, your family was doing bad before you decided to make that wrong choice. People don't look at that. People do not look at that. So they are upset at people for not coming to see them, for not accepting a phone call, and for not sending them money. But what they're not looking at is the fact that this situation was happening when you was free. When you was free. So I think people leave that factor out. I think people leave that out. You know, they place their situation on other people in the world and they don't want to take accountability for things that they do, right? Now, Dirk understands his situation and he understands what led up to his situation. He know that. You know, he's an adult. Sometimes we make the bed, we gotta lay in it. And when you messing with the system, it don't say how much time you gotta lay in that bed. It don't say how much time you gotta lay in the bed that you make. You have to lay in the bed that you make, man. And that's simple as that, man. And that's for anybody that do anything other than the right thing. What is the right thing? The right thing is you not putting yourself in a position to where you get screwed. Right? But some of us ain't figured that out yet, right? And it don't mean, in a sense, to where what's that's free. So it don't mean that you done the wrong thing. Selfish, no accountability is a dangerous combination. Yes, it is. And that's why I tell people, man, the number one thing in life, you have to hold yourself accountable for your actions. It's no different than being employed in the world. Check it out. Now, we all seen this before. Anybody that's employed in the world nowadays, it's no different than being on a job and being employed. And you ever had a disgruntled coworker? If you had a disgruntled coworker that you work with right now, anybody in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. I'm talking about a disgruntled coworker, that's somebody that don't want to be at work and they choose to be other places, but they showing up at the workplace disgruntled and always complaining. Those are the people, ain't no doubt. See, everywhere. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. So when you got disgruntled people that's in society, that's not even criminals, that let you know that it's a lot of people that exist that still don't hold themselves accountable for their actions, right? Now, in the working world, it's up to you to show up for work on time, and it's up for you to be productive while you at the job. Because if not, you're gonna be replaced, right? If you supposed to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning, and for 2 or 3 weeks straight, you showed up at 7:15, you late, right? You late for work. But when they fire this person, they want to blame it on the people at the job. No, that's up to you. You didn't hold yourself accountable for your situation. People to terminate you. You forced them to terminate you. We all know when people don't hold themselves accountable, they push it downhill on other people. Well, it's no different when you committing crimes. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But the only people that gets upset is the people on the outside looking in, right? We had a conversation the other day about Dirk, right? And people got upset because I said, well, Dirk is right where he wanted to be because his actions showed that. And people got mad at me. You can't get mad at me. How can you get mad at somebody for speaking on a situation? It's no different than somebody speaking on me. If I hold me accountable for my actions, hey man, it's all good. But I'm telling you, as we speak, it's no different than the people in the YSL trial, right? It's no different than people in that trial. Now, we know the system is a broken system. It's so motherfucking broke, it's pathetic. And sometimes it only works one way. And it all depends on if you have the right representation and if you are financially stable. Now, we got to agree. Many times we've seen people of a minority go to court and they get screwed, right? Well, it's like this. If you know this situation is happening, decision making sound like the topic of the day, ain't no doubt. That's why I came here with it. That's why I came here with it. It's all about decision making, man. What's left on the table for you? And what I mean by what's left on the table for you, right? Now, here's a scenario, right? If I'm living in a impoverished area and my family do not have no money will do this, right? Check it out. Understand their situation. They know where they at. So they not gonna take no chances of getting incarcerated. You know why? Because they know one thing. It's nobody gonna be there for their best interests. Because if you go to jail today, that same situation existed when you was free, it ain't gonna change. It's still gonna be the same when you get incarcerated. But what do people do when they get inside of jail? They get mad at the family member. They get mad at the girlfriend. They get mad at the wife. They get mad at the mother because they won't send them no money. Ain't no money to send. Shit. We didn't have no money before we wanted to send you before we went to jail. So what make you think we gonna have some money to give you now? We can't fight the people down in the system. We don't have the money to fight the people. We don't have the money to fight. So that's what I mean by choices. People gotta make choices. And in the YSL trial, Quamarvious made a choice that the state offered him the time that they gave him, which was 20 years. He took it. But once again, people on the outside looking in felt like he should have took it to trial and kept going on with it. Well, it's different strokes for different folks, right? And every day you show up for court, that lawyer ain't free. Representation is not free. Trust me. If you've ever been in trouble in the system, for each and every day that lawyer work on that case, it's a check. It's a check. For each and every day you show up for court, that defense team got to get paid. What's good, what's good, what's good? Oh, what's up, Dude Dirty? It's all good on my end. Like I say, for anybody that ever been in trouble, they know where I'm coming from. When you get in that system and you know you did, only you know what's right for you. The people on the outside looking in, they can't make no decision to you because them people are not looking at that life sentence. They not looking at that 60 years. They ain't looking at none of that. They making opinions based on what they think in their mind. That's what they making. They basing their opinions on that. However, the person that's sitting in that courtroom, he know what he up against. He or she know what they up against. And that goes back down to choices. You have to make a choice when you're in trouble, man. You have to make a choice. Because I've seen many men couldn't make a decision when they was in that system. When they could have had 5 years, they listened to other people years. Once again, I've been in a system where men could have took lesser time for the crime that they committed. They committed the crime, but they got action, and they say, you know what? I don't want to take the 5 years. Crank it up. And when they crank it up, guess what happened? It didn't end well for them. Why? Because they listened to the people on the outside looking in that ain't gonna spend not one day in jail. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, people always have choices, and it's the people that's not on trial, right? Although the YSL trial is on, it's on TV a lot, and it's been on TV for the past 2 years. And people got a whole lot to say about what should have happened, what could have happened, what ain't happened, right? But it's only people on the outside looking in. They not sitting at their fucking lawyer's table. They not looking at how severe these charges are. They not doing that. Why? Because they're on the outside looking in. So, it's like I said, Quamarvious took 20 years, man. He took 20 years. And he was looking out for the best interests of his situation, not selling nobody out, because he only pleaded to the crimes that he was committed for. He didn't plead for the crimes that they was up against in the courtroom. Most people think that, well, he sold Young Thug and them out. He should have did this. He should have did that. That ain't the case. That ain't the case. That ain't the case about what he should have did. He did what he did for the good of his situation. Now, who knows? Everybody else might not take a plea. They might take a plea. They might say, you know what? We'll ride it out. That's their decision. That's their decision to sit there and ride it out. Who knows? Who knows how it's going to turn out? They might get a whole mistrial, right? They might get a whole mistrial and be able to walk out on their own accord, right? However, you can rest assured one thing, man, that if it don't end like they want it to end, they gonna always be left with I woulda, shoulda, coulda thought in their head. Well, what if I would've took this particular time, or what if I would've took that time? I wouldn't be sitting here all of this time. That's why I say, anytime you put yourself in a real position, you got a choice, man. And the choice is yours. You can't make the people on the outside make your decision for you, because them people ain't gonna do not one day inside of that cell. And like I said, people view this trial as fucking entertainment, right? They look at it as entertainment, and they treat it as entertainment. And these are people probably that ain't never been in trouble before. They don't know what it feel like to sit in a courtroom and to have your life on the line where it's a life sentence on the table for you if you get found guilty. People don't know what the fuck that feel like. They only watching it because of Thugger and his crew is in trouble. They not basing it on the fact, well, hey man, these guys' life is on the line. They ain't basing it on that. They basing it on just for pure entertainment as if it's a fucking movie. This ain't no movie, this is real life. But you can't tell people that on the outside looking in. You can't tell them that. You can't tell them that this is just something to watch. People are really, really tuned in. And when the outcome comes down about if Thugger get this time or whoever in the courtroom get this amount of time, it's just gonna be on to the next show. This is a show to some people. You know, this is nothing more than content for a lot of people that ain't never been in trouble before, right? They don't know what it feel like to be facing a life sentence under these charges. So they find it entertainment. Okay, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Who shall I fear? You right about that. Hit the like button. We don't fear nobody. And that's real. Life is life, man. We got choices to choose that too. You got choices to choose Jesus, or you got choices to choose Satan. Whatever life you feel like you want to choose, and whatever path you want to go down, that's on you. And that's real. So, but we got choices in life, man. And the choices are yours, man. You pick and choose how you want to do it, when you want to do it, and when you don't want to do it. Life exactly what it is, man. And it's up to you to figure it out. Simple as that. You figure out what's best for you. And that's how life works. And your situation ain't gonna be like the next person's situation. It's the same as in this case. Thug situation ain't like the other guy's situation. So, anyway, man, like I said, this is the situation